Well, here we go again. Another box from Royal Tiger. Never really thought I'd order anything from them, but as they go on, they pull out some pretty weird and unusual stuff. I bought a couple Carcanos from them that were, one of them was total shot out crap. One of them is in rough shape, but it shoots well, and it is an unusual one. The 7.35s are hard to find. Okay, and they were the only ones that had them. My next purchase from them was a cut down Russian Baradin. And rough shape, but Russian Baradins are tough to find. Okay. And the bore's good. They sawed off the barrel because it probably rotted out on the end, and I'd have to recrown it. I'll work on that. But that was not a bad deal. I was satisfied with that. So looking at that, one mediocre thing wasn't too bad. One good one with the Russian Baradins. I mean, I liked it, and a few other people have bought them and ended up with a very similar purchase. I've seen a lot of people buy stuff on there that, was in bad shape. So I took a shot with one of the older Austrian 1888s or 1890 rifles, and usual, was missing a safety, missing the extractor, but the first 6 inches of the bore, and this is where people get confused. It's not rusty like rust, like you're thinking, you look down, you see rifling, it might be dark or rusty. It's massive damaged corrosion where it's eaten away the metal, 1/8 of an inch in. There is no rifling, there's just corrosion and crud in there. So I've been watching other people and some of the things they get, not to condemn anybody, but they offered something kind of unusual and rare. Okay, the Italian Vetterli 1870/87 carbines. They do have the long rifles. You can get them for about $5, and 2 or 3 people bought them, but never discussed the barrel. Okay, some people have bought some other stuff from them, and but what's really rare, they do offer some rare stuff, and the 1870/87 Carbine, if that's what it is. And this is another thing. These people really don't describe shit very well. A friend of mine bought on sale supposedly a cut down Baradin, and he actually received a Baradin carbine, which is quite rare. Worn, the bore was dark, he didn't clean it, but still, a Baradin carbine for the price he paid, like around $5 or $7 or something, was a pretty good deal. So I'm going to see. This one, carbine, is much more expensive than the long rifle. Okay, actually it is over $800. But if this gun, is anything at all worth the shit, okay, I'm going to try to see how well it's worth. Now, one thing, this is packed, double boxed. One thing about Royal Tiger, I'm going to say, from when they first started and just would send stuff to you, really shitty packing. They just like wrap a piece of bubble wrap around it, put it in a loose box, and barrels come sticking out of the end of the box and everything, but they have changed a lot. Okay, this is fairly good packing, a lot better than what it was. It's done correctly. All right, I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to get this off, and then we'll see what we got. Well, all right, this is what we got. What it is, they call it a carbine, but actually it is a 1870/87 Troop Special. Okay, with the magazine conversion here. Now, These guns are rare and really hard to find, okay, in any condition. You can find the long rifles. I think the hardest one to get my hands on would be a single shot long rifle, okay? And these carbines are tough. I have one, and I have looked for years, and I'll explain that in detail in the video, but let's see what Royal Tiger sent me. Pretty steep, it was over $800 with the shipping and everything to get this. So the wood looks fairly good on this, okay? You know, it's mangy and dingy. The metal on the lower, I don't know if they, you know, polished it all off. It's white. Not much pitting or anything, but it's complete in there. Okay. Upper receiver, a little dirty. You know, no finish again. Everything appears to be there. The only thing on there that's non-Italian is a couple of these little stamps here, at least that I see, are Ethiopian. Okay, and that's about it. Finish is gone there. They may have polished up or wire brushed bands and barrel a little. Not quite sure. But nose cap, no cleaning rod. The front sight, I got some questions about it, but I can go on later with it. So, all right, internally, got some grime, grunge, dirt, weird shit in there. Gonna have to be cleaned up. But I believe it's complete and it functions. You know, it does work. You close the bolt, pull the trigger, it goes click. Spring might be weak. Alright, looking at it from the other side, I tried the magazine cut off, but everything's kind of gummed up down in the mag. Let's see if the spring is still in there. Yeah, spring still works, so that's a good sign. But it's filthy. I have to clean it. You can see condition of the insides. Now, what is to bear in mind is the date of this gun, 1882. This means that this gun was probably a single shot, which I have a couple examples of, that was converted to a magazine gun later on. Like I said, actually the wood on this isn't beat up. There's some initials on this side, and like I said, I can see under the thick layer of whether grime finish oil, some serial numbers and stamps. But as we come up along here, and the reason I picked the sight up, the sight's complete and functions, but if you look underneath, okay, you see there's still this oil residue in that, so they just cleaned this up without. So that's probably what the gun was covered in, this grimy, nasty stuff. And probably, you know, there's some wear in that on the wood there, but nothing horrible. This gun is in extremely nice shape compared to some of the other things that I've seen. There were several other people that have Italian Vetterlis, the rifle and something else. I've not seen anyone order a carbine because they were probably the most expensive out of all of them. Okay? So, this is a lot better than I expected, okay, with Royal Tiger. Of course, Royal Tiger may know I'm going to make a video on this also, so